Okay, so in this video we are going to talk about the class and the objects. So before start, we must see what are these classes and objects. So let's say I'm going to write print, help and int. So as you can see, int is a data type and I'm going to use the help function here and I'm going to run this. So inside this you can see class is an int and inside these there are some variables and as you can see these are the methods, right? And there are so many things which you can use for this integer. So someone while build this Python defined the class integer and inside this they define the methods which can be used on integer only. If you are going to write the string str, there will be the different methods, right? Stars with split lines, all these are applicable on str because these are defined inside the str class. Okay, so I hope you understand. Okay, now we are going to define our on class. So first you have to use the keyword class, and now I'm going to write the name of the class, and name of the class must start with the capital letter. So I'm writing dog as a class, and inside this you can define a variable. Let's say I'm using a variable animal is equal to dog. Okay, dog. Okay, so this is a simple variable which can be used, and there are two things inside a class. First is the attribute and second is the method. If I'm going to define any attribute inside the init method, then these variable will be called attributes. This one variable is a variable. Let me show you with the example. Define underscore init self. Okay, so what is this init? Init is the you can say the initializer of an object. Means whenever you are going to create any object of this class, this will automatically run. Okay, so this is usually used for defining the attributes. Means if you are going to use any variable for this class and whenever you are going to create an object, those objects can access all these attributes, right? Or you can say the variable, but as we are working on class, so we are going to call them attribute, not the variable. This one is a variable, but as inside the init function, or you can say the method, then we are going to call it attribute. Okay, so this init is not actually a function. Let me correct here. This is the constructor, and if you don't know what are the constructor are actually the um, method which will be called whenever you are going to create an object. So if I'm going to create any object, this constructor will simply run automatically. Okay, so inside this so inside this I'm going to define the attributes. So for that you must use this self keyword. I will tell you soon about the self keyword also. And now self is the first keyword which should be there. You are not supposed to delete that. And now you can write the name of the attributes. Let's say I'm going to use the name breed, then color, and then name. Okay, so these are the attributes which are going to be defined inside this. Okay, so let me indent it. Okay, so self dot breed, this is how you can define the attributes, and I'm going to write breed here. This attribute is defined here, and then we will discuss why we are using self here and self here soon. So just follow me. Self dot color is equal to color, and self dot name is equal to name. So these are the variables, and this particular constructor will be called whenever you are going to create an object or an instance of this particular class. Okay, so let me define one more class here. Def, let's say show values. Okay, so inside this also there is a self which will automatically show up, and you are not supposed to delete this. Okay, so show value is a method of this class. These are the attributes of this class which can be used by any object created by using this class. Okay, so inside this I need not to mention the variable names again, because it's the method of this class. Whatever is here can be used anywhere inside this particular class. Okay, so I need not to pass these values again here also. So but there will be an example where you need to write these values. I will show you that later. Okay, so now I'm going to print I'm using f string here, and what is f string we have already discussed, so just go through that. Okay, so hello, I am a, now I'm going to use the value here, or you can say the variable name. So I'm going to use the name animal, but I cannot write animal directly. I must write this class name first. So the name of the class is dog dot, and now I can write the name of the variable. Okay, okay, so I am an animal, and my breed is, now I'm going to use the attribute from here. So I am going to mention the name of the class again. So dog dot breed, my breed is this, and color is dog dot color, and I will write rest of the part in the next line. And my name is my name is again name of the class dot very attribute name. Okay, so this particular method will print all these values. So now I have created the class, defined the attributes and the functions also, method. Okay, so method also, let me indent it. Okay, so now I'm going to create an object of this class. Okay, so first is tiger is equal to dog. Here I have mentioned the name of the class, and inside this I have to mention the these variables. Okay, or you can say provide the values for these variables, which is must. So you need not to provide the value for the self. Here comes the self. Self is for this object. This object will be replaced with the self, and as you can see, self dot breed means tiger dot breed is equal to breed, tiger dot color is color, and tiger dot name is name. So all these self will be replaced automatically, and rest of the values you have to pass. Okay, so now the breed is, let's say, German Shepherd. Okay, Shepherd. Okay, and the next value is the color. For the color I'm going to write the brown, and for the name is tiger. Okay, so I have created the object of dog class, or you can say an instance of dog class. So these values will be replaced means the breed is the German Shepherd and the color is brown and name is the tiger. So now I have to access these values, or I want to print these values. So what I can do is simply write the name of the object, name of the object dot the variable name. So variable name is breed here, and I want to print this. So let me use the print function also. Okay, so this value will be printed. So let me run this. Okay, so tiger dot breed is German Shepherd. Okay, so all these values are automatically placed, and now I can print these values by accessing the object name and the attribute name. But if I want to access this method also, so for that let me call this method by tiger dot and show values, and here you need not to pass the values. Okay, so run this again. Okay, so you need not to write the name of the class here. It should be self, because this will be automatically replaced by the object. So you are supposed to write the self here and self here also. Okay, but not this one, because this is outside the init and this is a simple variable. So you have to write the name of the class here. Okay, so let me run this again. Okay, so this value is printed, this one for this print tiger dot breed, which is German Shepherd, and for this particular method this is printed I am a dog, my breed is German Shepherd, color is brown, and my name is tiger. Okay, so this is how you can create an object or instance on object of a class. Let's say I'm going to create one more instance. Let's say a Cooper is equal to, again I'm going to write the name of the class, and inside this I'm going to replace these values. So self is replaced by this Cooper, which is an object, and for breed it's a bug, and for the color it's brown, and for the name, for the name it's Cooper. Okay, so one more instance of this particular class is created. Now if I want to print this, so for that Cooper dot color, I want to print this part. Okay, so let's run this, and let me comment this part out first. Okay, so run this. So brown color is printed here. Okay, so here you can see this is how we can create many objects of a particular class. Let's say I want to create one more method here, which is going to change the values. So change, let's say change color, and here self will come automatically, but here I must mention, if I'm going to change the attribute value, so I must mention the name of the attribute. So here you have to mention the name of the attribute, which is color, and now I'm going to write self dot color is equal to color, so the value will be changed. Let me do change. Okay, so now if I want to change the color of tiger, so tiger dot change color, and as I'm calling the method, so as you can see the self is replaced by the tiger, but there's an attribute, so you must mention the attribute here. So let's say I'm writing black here and run this. Okay, so now I want to print. Let me comment this out first. Okay, and this one also, and this one also. Okay, so now I just want to change the value. I have changed the value, so now I want to print this value. Print tiger dot color. So new color will be printed here, which is black. And if I'm going to use this particular part, and then I'm going to as you can see, the values here are different and I've changed. If I'm going to print the color here, tiger dot color, the color will be brown because I have changed the value on this line, and for after this line, if I'm going to print it, the value will be black. So first, for this one line, the value is brown, and for the second one, the value is black, which is changed value. Okay, so this is how you can create the objects, change the values, and define the methods. And what else we can do is, yeah, right. Okay, so what else we can do is, let me remove this as a comment. Okay, this one also. Okay, so let's say I want to delete any particular attribute for a particular object. So let me remove here also. Okay, so for that, what you can do is delete, and I want to delete the color of this Cooper. Delete Cooper dot color, and after that I want to see whether it is deleted or not. Cooper dot color. Okay, so let me run this. Okay, so first I deleted the color attribute for this object, and when I try to print it, it shows dog object has no attribute color. So for this particular object, the color is deleted. Okay, and what if I want to delete the whole object Cooper? So simply write the name of the object, which is Cooper here, and run this. And let me remove this part. Okay, so I have deleted this object, and if I want to access any method, let's say the show value for this object, this will show you the error name Cooper is not defined, means this particular object is not there because I deleted it. Okay, so I have done enough. We will talk about more about the classes and objects in upcoming videos.